Hi, my name's Dave, I'm also known as Infected Flinch, and this is the commentary for episode 2 of the Golden Skull. That is on RetroUnlim. I tried to kind of change this up a little bit, because I was a bit concerned that nobody knew what the fuck was going on. So this is actually from a previous episode. And so is this, with Rabbit here, playing as Keith. So generally, this whole previously thing was because obviously I'd done the pilot. I decided, let's run with it, see what we can try and do to make it work. So this is actually from one of the original ones, you know, where he basically showed up in a box. And more questions kind of rose out of that. Was, here you go, that's the original mask. That's what he used to look like. And I see that's my voice sounding very differently there. So, yeah, essentially what I was trying to get across here for the beginning bit was who was the Golden Skull, and you know, as you can see now, this is a completely different bit. So you kind of find out they're actually sharing the same brain together, and it's just me talking to myself, which I'm doing right now, which is kind of weird. As you can see, my room is an absolute state. But yeah, all the Transformers there. I have got a lot of Transformers.
I can try.
That little whisper there is actually Carl. Carl did the whisper for me, if anybody could hear it. And we've got a bit of an updated title sequence as well. So, yeah, a bit of 3D in there. So, the whole reason I'm kind of doing this Golden Skull thing is to kind of, like, you know, up my game and learn new things. So, you know, that's what it's all about.
Hey, fancy beating the shit out of someone? Because I know I do. Violence.
So, yeah, this violence bit, and I was actually dealing with a sore throat as well. But the violence bit was actually suggested before we even knew it was going to be a 7-episode thing by Interghost Adam. But I wrote this in the space of like 2 days. It was really big originally, and I had to keep like scaling it down. I had loads of ideas. That fucking guy with no legs. Yeah. I wanted to put loads of stuff in. I had loads. I mean, this is why it's like 20 minutes long. Like Barbarian was probably one of the earliest ones I could find. I mean, there was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I wanted to put in there, but I couldn't make it interesting enough. Oh, hey, you would. Not Wolf. But yeah, I mean, like, it was the end bit, because, like, there was just so much stuff I wanted to kind of shove in to get the plot going, because we are, well, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm not going to say anything, but there's an animated special that we might do somewhere along the lines as well, but shh, no more on that one. See, like, stuff like this, I could have cut this out, but it was too funny to take out. I need to leave that in.
The one that started an entire controversy with creating a race.
Yeah, I'm going to say, when this was originally done, I don't think even they'd mentioned Mortal Kombat X or 10, depending on whichever way you want to say it.
Fatalities of incredibly silly proportions and characters that have never been topped. It's a game of greatness, a long made race.
Because this one I was really kind of test to see how I could edit things together. So it was actually more getting the clips together and learning how to do the clips more than anything else in the editing of that. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but most of this was actually done in Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, so...
Ah, yes, Carmageddon. Touted as the racing game for the chemically
imbalanced. Carmageddon. Still waiting on Reincarnation, though, so hopefully, you know, Reincarnation should be pretty decent.
All you are is a man who has a kick-ass red car, and you have 3 ways to win. 1.
It's a shame that the PS1 version is so lousy. It is so bad. I mean, it's terrible. It's dreadful. As you can see, it says work in progress there. This is the actual trailer that was on a PS1 disc, and it looks a lot better than it actually ended up being. It was absolutely abysmal to play. Yeah, the music in the background's from Fear Factory, the actual main Carmageddon theme as well.
Top it off.
Yeah, so I was saying in the previous one of the things I do love about doing these videos is actually finding music to fit situations. I have so many soundtracks, it's unreal, and I actually do genuinely enjoy putting the actual soundtrack to, you know, like just different bits and pieces of music. This one though was a bit weird because I was trying to actually use the music from the games for the actual clips, which I know sounds weird to most people because that's what most people would do. But usually the way I do videos, I usually have the clip, but I have a completely different set of music for the background. It's just something I like doing, just to kind of mix it up. But like this with Manhunt, I was using stuff by the Manhunt guys who made the actual soundtrack, and it kind of messed me up a bit because I didn't really want to do it, and I was doing it. I was just taking the music from the games.
This game seemed to have a point somewhere, and I think
yeah, I was a bit iffy using Manhunt 2, the actual clips from that, because Christ Almighty, some of that is absolutely horrific. Even I have a strong constitution for most violence, but even the bit I found the most was like this. This seems a bit. This. It's not as bad as you think. I mean, it's quite bad. I mean, he's stabbing a guy in the face, but Manhunt 2 just goes, yeah, let's go crazy, let's go nuts, let's just do as much horrible stuff as we can. This, for instance, I mean, it's horrific. It's just horrible, isn't it? Look at that. But yeah, it does make me wonder, because I was reading up about it actually, because like when they made Manhunt, it was almost like Rockstar's dirty secret. There were a lot of people that didn't really want to make it, so it does make you wonder whether or not they really did enjoy making it or not. So yeah, like this one with Dead Space. Yeah, again, I'm using music that's actually fun. I know it sounds bizarre, but to me it was odd. But yeah, Dead Space had to go in there because it's the game that tries far too hard with violence. I can't remember whether or not. Yes, I did. I'm just thinking, did I use the guy with the guy's face falling off?
Welcome to Dead Space. This one.
But as you can hear, my voice is softened as the GoldenSkull. It's more like I talk, if I'm honest.
The most violent part of this is seeing someone who has just attempted to save you and then see his face fall.
Here we go. Yeah.
Good. Steady. We gotta get you out of this.
Yeah, I remember playing this the first time and watching it. I was like, oh, wow, that's disgusting. And then when I watched it again, I was like, yeah, you are. You guys are trying too hard. Yeah.
You're in terrible.
It's so cliched as well. You're in terrible danger, and then you end up getting killed. Yeah. Trying way too hard. Jesus.
Not to mention the fact there's the bit where you have to get something jammed into your
It's a shame, because I loved Dead Space 3. I thought Dead Space 3 was awesome. I don't know what kind of put me off about the second one. Here we go. Yay! There goes his eye. Lovely.
However, you can become a little desensitized in this game to the point where you actually get fed up.
I've kind of put that across just a minute ago.
There's a room that's clean and tidied up
But the soundtrack to the third one is absolutely fantastic. The third one's really good. The one thing I will say about the Dead Space series is, if you die, you have to watch yourself getting killed. You can't skip it. It's almost a punishment in itself. I've never understood it. I mean, I'm all for it, but it's just like, if you've been killed by the same thing like 6 times, you don't want to feel like it's your fuck up. That's not good design. Not at all. It's terrible design, if anything. But I had to put Duke in there because obviously he shot down somebody's neck. Yeah, it makes me sad, that series now. It's just crap. But to kind of go into like GoldenSkull himself, I mean, I have actually got an actual plot for him, who he is and what he does, and you know. If it makes you feel any better, there is a kind of inkling to what he might have been in the next episode, and the person saying the line is actually a member, well, not an actual member of the retro gaming community, but she's well regarded, so keep an eye out for that. So you know, she does show up in that. And it is a she. Yep. So it is a girl. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody takes it, because it is coming out at the end of this month. So well, October, as I'm making this.
But I lived. I finally.
Yeah, because I mean, one of the things I'd love to do with this series is to make a proper animated full-length short of some kind. Hoping with I'm doing a course in games design, and I'm hoping that hopefully with those skills in mind I can do something with it. You know, make it real. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm just awing over this intro because I think it's fucking awesome. There you go. Yeah, this is actually one of the times where I didn't use. Well, it was from the Punisher, but it wasn't from the game. It was actually from the film, the 2003 version. But I like that film. I know a lot of people didn't. I heard a lot of people thought it was shit, but I loved it. You know, he wasn't the Punisher that everybody knew, I must admit. Not this version, anyway. He was sneaky, but he still kicked the shit out of everybody at the end. I was almost loath to put this in because I like Grand Theft Auto. Don't get me wrong. It just annoys me as a series because it gets so much press, and everybody knows it was done in bad taste and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, that's why I kind of just let's press on. It got on my nerves. But that was a trailer for the HD remake actually, which was kind of weird.
Condemned 2.
Yeah, the second Condemned as well was one I was loath to put in, but the first one was violent enough, but the second one was just I hate the second one. I've gone on. I might make a separate video one day when I get bored, or I've got no work on, to say how much I distinctly hate Condemned 2, because it is one of those sequels that it's just so wrong. Everything about it is wrong. It's almost like this as well. The third God of War, I didn't really like. I couldn't get to grips with it. I liked it as a game, but the second one is absolutely amazing. It's almost like it doesn't really know where it's going. I did use all the clips from the third one actually, thinking about it. I'm gonna say that's the bit. It's one of the most horrific bits where he's just he's got no face left.
Kratos was sort of likable in a sociopathic way. This game pushed
and this is from the second one. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember which of all the clips I use.
Stopped at God of War 2 though.
I just said it then. I'm just repeating things I'm saying. I think the GoldenSkull is me, or is he? Woo. I was forced to put this in actually by Stefan. Stefan told me to put it in, which I think was a good idea. In fairness, do you know what? Playing it, there's not much. It's not that violent. It's just it's just there's some weird bits that don't make any sense, and it's very very B-movie-esque. Because like this bit with the little weird hook hand thing. Yeah. It's just so silly. I mean, if there was an act of rape involved, it's very rapey. It's very weird and rapey. I think that's probably the best thing you could say about it. And I mean, what are they doing? Why are they doing it for? It's just, it is so silly. It is silly.
Ethnic cleansing.
I think this is something I've noticed they did with the first one, where it was like, you know, it's a game I'm going to have to find that I can't show you footage of because I'm being a dick. But yeah, I found clips of this and I was just like, yeah, I can't throw it in. It was weird. But this music in the background now is actually from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's just fun. And then other times...
And it's a bit of a weird shot, this, because I'm not actually sitting down. I'm actually kind of kneeling.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'm not actually sat down there. It was a bit of a last shot because I didn't have anything to bridge to... Because I did this way before, this actual scene. Before I did anything else, because I just wanted to test if I could do some proper editing. So the whole concept of this scene was actually that it was... it's in the Dave that isn't me, the Dave in this. It's actually in my mind, if you like. It's like basically it's a central ground between them both. As you'll find out, this gets explained why GoldenSkull can kind of do it. So we've written that. Well, I wrote that into Stefan's script a little bit to explain it.
Where are we? Let's call it a middle ground. Since I came to your place in that parcel.
And it's very odd having a conversation with yourself. But the music in the background is from Psychoville again. It's by a guy. He did a Hitchhiker's Guide. His name's Joby Talbot. If you really want to give it a listen, some good soundtrack music. Yeah, no, I'm just going to say that actual thing there where I said you better order some better shoes. That's what my girlfriend tells me all the time. I break shoes, and she always says to me, "You better, you would have been better buying some better shoes." That was a bit of an in-joke. But yeah, Joby Talbot. If you really want to watch somebody who's really, really good, just different types of music, listen to him. He's really good. Does all sorts of stuff. In fairness, though, this bit of music was in Psychoville, and it wasn't Joby Talbot. I'm telling you lies. It was actually a guy called Jeremy Holland Smith, I think his name was. He actually learnt under Joby Talbot. And in fairness, I actually slowed it down a little bit, the music, because I wanted to fit it in thematically with what's going off between these two. So basically, this is where we kind of turned it round to say that, like, GoldenSkull is actually kind of a better guy. He's actually kind of human, which is one of the comments I read. He was a human being, but he basically just made all the wrong decisions and ended up in this mask. And whenever he actually gets on some, becomes somebody, he just adopts those ability, whatever the person he is he's actually wearing. So yeah, basically Keith put him in that mask. So why did he get put in that mask? What did he do? Why was he on that boat? Questions, which will be answered. But this little tiny last bit was filmed on my birthday. I'd not seen Rabbit in ages, and we were in a pub. You can see that was Carl's foot there to the right. But as it swings around, this is actually in a local pub near where I work. As you can see, a nice good pint there. And there he is, wearing the right hand of the king. Mr. Walton. Which... There we go. But yeah, we put in there, it says yes, because it's like, maybe he's not going to actually know that he's caught wind, and it's like, yes, he knows. So, there you go. That was the 20-minute version, because I was basically just testing the water. I think I made it a little too long, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed making that. I thought it was awesome. But episode 3 is coming soon, so do watch out for it, and I might do a commentary on that at one point. But thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!